There was a small boy named Tommy. Tommy was poor, but he was kind that he lived with his mother in a tiny house made of old wood and zinc. When it rained, water dropped inside. When the sun was hot, the house felt like fire. But Tommy never complained. Every morning, Tommy walked a long road to school. He did not have a school bag. He carried his books with a rope tied around them. Sometimes, he went to school hungry. One afternoon, Tommy's mother gave him their last piece of bread. "This is all we have till tomorrow," she said softly. Tommy nodded. He was very hungry. His stomach was making noise. He planned to eat it slowly after school on his way home. Tommy saw another boy sitting under a tree. The boy looked tired. His clothes were torn. His eyes were weak like someone who had not eaten all day. The boy whispered, "Please, I have not eaten since morning." Tommy looked at his bread. He remembered his mother. He remembered his hunger. He remembered how it feels to sleep with an empty stomach. Tommy broke the bread into two, not equal. He gave the bigger part to the boy. "Eat," Tommy said. The boy's eyes opened wide. "Thank you," he said happily. They ate together under the tree. When they finished, Tommy smiled, even though he was still hungry. The boy stood up and said, "One day, you will be happy because of this." Tommy laughed. He thought it was just a joke. That night, Tommy went to bed hungry, but with a peaceful heart. He did not know that sharing that bread was the first step to a life that would soon change forever. Days passed. Tommy continued his life the same way. School in the morning, small house in the evening, hunger most nights. Still, he remained kind. One hot afternoon, Tommy's mother became very sick. She lay on the mat, breathing slowly. Tommy was scared. He needed help, but they had no money for hospital. Tommy ran outside and walked toward the main road, hoping someone would help. As he stood there, a big black car stopped in front of him. A man stepped out. He wore clean clothes and shiny shoes. He looked important. "Why are you crying, my boy?" the man asked gently. Tommy wiped his tears and said, "My mother is sick. I don't know what to do." The man looked at Tommy's face closely. Then his eyes widened. "Tommy?" he asked slowly. Tommy was confused. "Yes, sir." The man smiled. His eyes became wet. "I am Mr. Daniel," he said. "Do you remember a day under a tree and a piece of bread?" Tommy's mouth opened. The torn clothes, the weak eyes, the hungry boy. "It's you?" Tommy asked. Mr. Daniel nodded. "That day, I was lost, hungry, and running away from a bad life. Your kindness saved me." Without wasting time, Mr. Daniel took Tommy and his mother to the hospital. He paid for everything. The doctors treated her quickly. She got better. Tommy thanked Mr. Daniel again and again. Mr. Daniel smiled and said, "This is not the end. This is just the beginning." Tommy went home that night with hope in his heart. He still did not know that his life was about to change in a way he never imagined. Tommy woke up early the next day. For the first time in a long while, he was not worried about food or his mother's health. The sun came through the small window, and everything felt calm. Later that morning, Mr. Daniel returned. This time, he did not come alone. He came with school bags, new clothes, food, and books. Tommy's eyes were wide with surprise. Mr. Daniel sat down and said gently, "Tommy, the day you shared your last bread with me, you did not know who I was. You did not ask for anything. You just helped." He continued, "After that day, I decided to change my life. I worked hard. Today, I help children who remind me of you." Mr. Daniel paid Tommy's school fees. He helped Tommy's mother start a small shop. He promised to take care of them. Tommy returned to school in clean clothes. He had food in his bag. He could now read without fear of being sent home. One day, Tommy asked, "Sir, why did you choose me?" Mr. Daniel smiled and said, "Because kindness never gets lost. It always finds its way back." Years later, Tommy grew up. He became a kind man who helped other children. He always remembered one thing. Sharing his last piece of bread changed his life, without him even knowing it. Moral lesson: when you have very little, can change lives, including your own. When you help others with a pure heart, the good you do may return to you in ways you never expect. If this story touched your heart, red heart, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe now so you don't miss more simple, relatable stories that can change the way we see life.